Hey guys, welcome back to some Warcraft 3. It's been a while, I know, since I did any Warcraft 3 The Frozen Throne, and a couple of reasons. One main reason was that I had some technical issues with my screen capture, and Warcraft 3, the version of it that I had, just wasn't really working for me, but I've managed to solve those technical issues and find some free time to actually do this. I need to actually mention too that my my voice is a bit hoarse. I've been recovering from a cold and losing my voice the previous weekend, but hopefully I'm over the worst of it and I'll be able to do a bit of a report here on a game between World Elite Pepsi, infi. So the guy's alias is infi, and he plays for the World Elite clan, and his opponent is none other than FOV, who is from the Mouse clan. And it's been a while since I've seen any FOV, just really quite keen to see whether he still plays the same way that he always did, really ultra-aggressive style, expanding very late, usually running out of gold on his main base before he even bothers to expand, but just being so good with his hero micro that he wins anyway. That's the old FOV that I remember. infi, a bit of a newer player in terms of remarkability. I know that he's been playing for a while, but I don't think he really was as renowned as FOV was, as early as early as FOV was. That's what I meant to say there. But look, we are on Twisted Meadows, and human versus undead. FOV is undead. infi is the teal human. Just going to close this info board here. This game is from the NGL, mind you. The game has come out a while ago, as I might have mentioned, but just haven't had a chance to do any Warcraft 3 for a while. Anyway, it looks like infi is going for the typical human fast power expand, not power expand, rather the power creeping with militia. Really good little camp here to take advantage of. Obviously get an item and your hero goes straight up to level 2, so that's always a good one to get cracking with. The undead having a look around with the school, just seeing what's up, and Death Knight is out now, taking a quick rod of necromancy, as you always would. Killing the sheep, of course. The reason you want to do that is just so that you can raise the skeletons straight away and then go for some creeping straight off. But looks like FOV has found his opponent with the ghoul. Manath Mage Singer, the Archmage here for infi, has picked up a Soapy Mask. Very cool. It's a nice item. That increases the rate at which your mana regenerates itself by 50%, so on an Archmage it's quite handy. Obviously managing to pump out water elementals at a bit of a quicker rate, very handy item. We'll see if the Death Knight manages to pick up anything useful over here. It won't be such a good drop from the Knoll, but there you have it. It's a clause of attack, +6. Not so great, and typical undead strategy here is just to split your forces. Creep along with your ghouls without the support of your hero. Meanwhile, the hero will go out here and do some harassment. infi just doing everything it needs to level his hero up, and really we're just seeing very basic, almost called Warhammer, but Warcraft tactics. Baron Morte, the Death Knight, here going to level 2, picking up that unholy aura, of course. And in the meantime, I like it how infi send out his Archmage over here. Really, the purpose of that is just look for any ghouls which are at low health. And I'll just hold down the Alt key so you can see anything that might be at low health. Unfortunately, being surrounded here, that was silly. Yeah, I don't really think that infi intended to be surrounded there. From such a good player, I feel like that was a bit sloppy, just having to waste a scroll like that without even killing any ghouls. The point that I was previously going to make is that the reason why the Archmage headed over there was just to look for any weakened ghouls that had been weakened from creeping and take them out. Of course, with the Death Knight not available to coil those ghouls while creeping, you don't really get to prevent the Archmage from going and picking off the weak ones. But looks like infi has hired a couple of trolls here, a Shadow Priest and a Berserker. Pretty typical stuff here from the humans. Human forces quite weak on early in the game. That's why they often supplement their armies with trolls from the mercenary camps until they're much more powerful classes arrive. But looks like infi sending out a stream of militia from his base to expand over at this location here at the 7 o'clock position. And really not surprising, you really want to do that against a player like FOV. You know that FOV will just try to kill you with nuking Coil Nova type attacks. And if you can prevent him from doing that, maybe by making your guys invisible or putting them in Zeppelins or just using a lot of invulnerability potions, you'll eventually out-expand him and win. And usually FOV manages to make it happen anyway. It looks like there's a Tome of Agility out in the middle there. FOV doesn't want to go for it because it gets surrounded, so it's not too big a deal anyway. But getting a kill there not even bothering with the tome. Putting down a scout tower, of course, for infi. If he can hold off the undead for long enough, he will get the support of that tower. In the meantime, the Death Knight just looking to pick off any units that he can. You'll see that that weak peon there. Will he go for it? No, he won't. And you got to feel that FOV really is just stalling here. He's just trying to delay that expansion. Doesn't really have the military might to be able to deal with this. Getting kills where he can, and maybe leveling up, but these peons, militia rather, peasants even, have completed the guard towers, and before long those guard towers will be up. Getting to level 3 now for FOV, so he'll have that level 2 coil, very important. You notice there that peasant easily picked off with the ghouls and the skeletons after being weakened by that level 2 coil. Very important. In the meantime, infi already nearly on level 4, so very good stuff there by infi, keeping his hero alive and doing enough creeping to be able to get his hero up to that state, and he's well ahead of FOV, I've got to say. FOV in the meantime teching up Halls of the Dead, Graveyard going down. You'll probably see him go for gargoyles later on. Not really sure whether it would be worth teching straight to tier 3 against this kind of human build, but we'll see what he comes up with. He's managed to take out one guard tower, but of course the second one remains. Infi hasn't even... Infi... Almost calling him info there. Infi hasn't yet put down his town hall is what I meant to say, but he'll be looking to do that next. Just looking to keep this peon alive, peasant alive. Will he even manage to do that? The Death Knight just is so quick that he's able to run in circles around these human forces and take him out. He's not going to be able to survive for too much longer there, and indeed he heads out before even killing the peasant. So well played there by Infi. He's managed to keep his troops alive to some extent at least, and there goes the head town hall. And he's going to be set for tier 2. Let's have a look at his home base. Hasn't even bothered to go to tier 2 yet. And when you're a human player of this caliber, usually you can get away with just staying around a tier 1 before you need to. And FOV just playing it dangerously. Will he hire something here maybe? Yes he will. I thought he would. He's actually going for quite a big hire spree there. But the main one is the Shadow Priest, because it can actually heal the Death Knight. Very useful stuff. Prevents the Death Knight having to make a long trip back home. He's even managed to use his Mud Golem to slow that footman down and actually get what looks to be a kill there. Indeed. Very nicely played. So yes, will FOV manage to do the damage that he needs to in tier 2 is the question we're all wondering. If he doesn't, Infi is going to be able to get the lead in this game. His Archmage is at full health. There's obviously that Sobi Mask is helping, and he's purchased a Goblin Zeppelin. I think that's very clever, meaning that he won't be nuked as easily now. If a unit has been weakened by that level 2 coil that the Undead has, just pop it in as Zeppelin and you're fine. It's not going to be that useful once the gargoyles start showing up, but for now, and in particular in this fight, I think FOV knows that he's not really going to be able to win against both of those elementals, and very nice. Picking everything up with that Zeppelin, maneuvering around, and he can just lower his troops as he needs to, and going for the Shadow Priest. I think that's a good move there. Killing the Shadow Priest means that FOV's not going to be able to heal his troops consistently, and I like that! Killing the Mud Golem, and the Mud Golem, whether you realize this or not, I don't think it can actually be healed by coil, the Death Coil from the Death Knight. I believe that's the case. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time I played Warcraft 3, I think that was the case. Now, Infi taking up to keep. He's only just started on that. He's putting these guard towers down because he knows there are gargoyles on the way. Looks like. Wow, so no gargoyles. We're going straight. Oh yes, there's one gargoyle rather, but. The point really is here that FOV is not going for mass gargoyles, he's going for the second slaughterhouse. So both of them, we're going to be seeing mass destroyers and possibly abominations instead of mass gargoyles. And I think that's an interesting strategy there from FOV. Really looking to put the herd on later in the game. He's not even taking up with a second hero by the looks, so that will save him cash for now. But I'm worried because Infi will have a massive economy once he starts reaping the benefits of this double base. And once he's in tier 2, he's going to have all sorts of casters and that Mountain King buffed up with lots of items. So it's going to be a good game later on. We'll see what goes on. I like the single gargoyle attacking the Zeppelin. Infi unloading everything from it now and not really worrying too much. Losing the Zeppelin, but nothing was inside it. So well played there by Infi. Really controlling the amount of damage taken there. Looks like that in the meantime, the Death Knight has reached level 4.